sink or float? Today, Grandma says she's gonna turn 60, 88. So on her birthday, she must have to travel across the water to where I live. So this is a very problem that I need to find out which objects sink or float. Then we use these materials to make Grandma's boat to secure that she can go across the ocean, because the ocean is a very large place. So today we will find out which objects float and which objects sink. So before our experiment, I will talk about float and sink. If an object floats, the object is on the surface of the water. Remember that what makes something float? It is because of its ability to float. But in the ocean water, many things can float because ocean water is salty. Salty water is very heavy, but you need an ability to swim across the ocean. Sink is if an object sinks, the object is under the water with the lake, river, and streams. These places have fresh water. Fresh water is light, so things can easily sink in fresh water. Okay, now let's start our experiment. Okay, right now I gather some objects around the house. So I have Grandma right here. So we need to put some objects in the water, and we can see what things could float and what things could sink. So this is a plastic. So it is made out of plastic, and it is on the top of the water bottle. So let's see if it sinks or floats. It floats, but let's see if we touch it, maybe it sinks. No, it doesn't sink, so we put it right here. So sink, float, and I put this object here, and right now I have a hair clip, a plastic hair clip. It's red, but let's see if it sinks or floats. It sinks. So I'll put it here. And now let's try a plastic coin. Okay? Let's not see. And this is a metal coin. So let's see if it sinks or floats. I hear a loud click sound. It sinks. So I will put it with this hair clip. So wet. This is made out of plastic, but I think it will sink. So let's see if it sinks or floats. Sinks. 3 objects sinks. So what? I will try this. Metal made hair clip. It sinks. And this is a little animal figure. So let's see if it sinks or floats. It sinks. So let's try this marble, black marble. It sinks. So let's try this pencil. Too big. Oh yes, it's too big, but oh, it sinks and floats. Would you? It and this object sinks. Still sinks. Now we finish our now. So now I have another object here. And this it floats. And what about this little cup? It floats. And it got a little bit water. So now we finish our experiment. This experiment was really fun, but I told you one fun fact. If you go to the beach, you can see lots of frogs under the water, but you can even see boats, ships on the surface of the water. That's very easy to float. Then I'll talk about objects that float. First object that floats is a plastic ball. Sometimes there are even some plastic that even can float, like this object. And this is a styrofoam ball. A styrofoam ball is made out of foam, and foam can float on water. And this is a foam ball. A foam ball can float because it is also made out of foam, like the styrofoam ball. And this is a sponge. A sponge also has the ability to float. The object that sinks is the rubber ball. It's made of rubber, and rubber can't float because it doesn't have the ability to float. The next is a glass marble. A glass marble is made out of glass, and glass can't float. It just can sink to the bottom. And a metal screw. A metal screw can't float because it is made of metal. But there are some serious objects that even can. I didn't know because some kind of metal that can float, and because they have the ability to float. And there is a crayon. A crayon doesn't have the ability to float because it's made of wood. Wood can sink, but some people made a lot of boats living on the shores of the beach. They use logs, bamboo sticks to make boats. There are a lot of objects that sink and float, and maybe one day we will set out sinking objects and floating objects. Today it is a very fun experiment. This is the end of my presentation. Goodbye. See you next time.